everybody, my name is Stephanie and I'm an Adult Services Librarian at Watsonville Public Library. Welcome to our Dig Deeper video series, where we'll be making DIY projects using common household items. For today, we're going to be creating a DIY dog toy using old t-shirts. We'll need the following things to create this dog toy: 2 old t-shirts, tape, and a pair of scissors. Let's go ahead and begin. As you can see, we have all of our supplies laid out in front of us. We are going to begin with the single t-shirt spread out on our work surface. If you are going to be creating your toy for a large dog, I recommend making your strips about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. If you are going to be making your dog toy for a smaller dog, I suggest creating strips about 1/2 inch or so. We are first going to cut off the sleeves from our t-shirt. Make sure to cut along the inside of the seam and not on it directly. We are now going to begin cutting strips of fabric from our t-shirt. I've chosen to create my dog toy for a large dog, so the width of my strips are going to be approximately 1 inch wide. We are going to continue to cut strips until we reach the end of our t-shirt. Once we're done, we'll have enough strips to make 2 dog toys. We finished cutting up our gray t-shirt. Let's go ahead and repeat the process with our blue t-shirt too. As you can see, we have 6 sets of fabric laid out in front of us. Each set contains 3 strips of fabric. If you have never braided before, I have chosen to alternate colors so it's easier to follow along. We are now going to braid 1 set of the strips. Let's go ahead and move over the other sets of fabric so we can focus on this set. The first thing we're going to do is create a knot and gently pull it. We are then going to place it down on our work surface and tape the knot securely with a piece of tape. We are now going to separate our strips of fabric and begin to braid. In order to braid, one must alternate strips of fabric from right and left sides and place them over the middle strip of fabric, like so. We are going to continue the process of braiding all the way to the end of the braid. However, we are not going to create a knot at the end of the braid. We are simply going to leave the braid unknotted. We are then going to remove the tape from our braid and repeat the process with our other sets of fabric. Here's what they look like. As you can see, we have 6 braids. On one end, you'll see braids that are unknotted, and on the other, you'll see braids that are knotted like so. We are now going to grab our group of braids and create a knot. One useful tip is to individually push braids through the opening. This ensures that they are able to make it through. Once all of the individual braids have made it through, we are going to tug on the knot sticking outwards to tighten the braid. We are then going to grab our jumbo knot with one hand and pull the loose braids with the other hand. Again, the purpose is to tighten our braid. We are now going to securely hold onto our jumbo knot and pull the individual braids one by one to ensure that our braid is tight. Once we have gone through the process of pulling the individual braids, our next step is to create a jumbo braid using the individual braids. Our 6 braids are going to be split into groups of 2, which allows us to use the braiding method that we used earlier. In order to braid, one must alternate strips of fabric from right to left sides
and place them over the middle strip of fabric, like so. We are going to repeat the process of braiding until we reach the excess strips of fabric towards the end of the braid. The excess strips of fabric are necessary as they will allow us to create a tight knot. Let's go ahead and knot the end of the dog toy. Again, we are going to weave the fabric through an opening and pull, continuing to pull on the jumbo knots at the opposing ends ensures the durability of our dog toy. Our dog toy is now completed. I strongly encourage everyone to trim the ends of the dog toy to get rid of any loose ends. I hope you have fun playing with your pet. Thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more summer reading program virtual activities from Watsonville Public Library.